Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for today's webinar. My name's Holly and I'm going to be hosting the webinar today on Instagram. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what we'll be covering before we jump in here. So I'll be showing you why you should be on Instagram, especially as a realtor. I'll then be showing you what you should be posting. We'll then go over how to set up your account and your business profile. We'll then go over a few of the do's and don'ts of posting to Instagram. And finally, I'll be showing you a few different tools and resources that you can use to really up your Instagram game. All right, so let's jump in here. So how big is Instagram? So over 1 billion Instagram accounts are active every single month, and over 500 million are active every single day. There are also 80% of all accounts follow a business on Instagram. So why you really need to be on Instagram? So the engagement is 10 times higher on Instagram than on Facebook. The demographic is also much more affluent. Another perk is search optimization. So you can actually rank higher with a real estate Instagram hashtag than with traditional methods of online SEO. And also recent Instagram posts can get to the top of search results very easily. It's also really important to remember that Instagram is not only used to look at pictures and posting videos, it's also used as a very effective search engine. Instagram also makes it really easy to connect with others. So it's easy to search and follow for other relevant accounts and directly message people as well. And Instagram is a little bit different from other social media platforms in that while it might be a little bit strange to send a friend request to a random person on Facebook, it's totally normal to follow random accounts on Instagram. And finally, people can contact you directly from the app. So if you have all of your contact details set up in your business profile, people can get to your website, they can email you, and they can even call you directly from within the app. So what should you be posting to your real estate Instagram account? So the first thing is the most obvious, listings, but you just want to make sure that you're not posting only listing photos. So you want to have a good mix of content in there and make sure that you're posting both a mix of photos as well as videos. The next thing to post would be local events. So things like real estate conferences, charity events, golf tournaments. You want to show that you're really active in your community. The third thing here is client testimonials. So whether it be a video, a quick video of some clients saying how happy they are to have worked with you, or if you have a photo of some new home buyers, something to show off that as well. Another thing that you can post is neighborhood pics. So highlights of a neighborhood, things like local restaurants, local businesses. And a tip here is that you want to make sure that you tag the local restaurants or businesses in your post as well. Another thing to post is behind the scenes footage. So if you think about things like real estate TV shows, they're very popular and for good reason. So keep that in mind. And the final thing you can post is actually reposting things from other accounts. So you just want to make sure if you're doing this that you do credit the original post. So a good way to do this is to use an app to do that. So there's an app called Repost that lets you easily repost Instagram posts and it'll credit everything properly. And also, if you are kind of low on content to post, you're always more than welcome to post or repost something from our Instagram account at Sutton Group. All right, so I'm actually going to move in now to show you how to set up your account. So I'll show you the basics of setting up an account on a computer, but keep in mind Instagram really is made specifically for mobile use. So you'll really want to do pretty much everything from your phone. Just for the sake of you being able to see how to set it up, I'll be showing you on your computer, but definitely recommend setting up on your phone. Okay, so the first thing that you'll need to do in order to create your Instagram account is, of course, to actually download the Instagram app from your app store. Or in the case that I'm going to show you on your computer right now, you can just go to Instagram.com. Again, though, definitely recommend doing it from within the app, but just for the purpose of this webinar, I'll be showing you on here. So you can sign up for an Instagram account with a phone number or email, or you can also sign up by logging in with your Facebook page. So I definitely recommend logging in with Facebook. That'll make it a lot easier for you once you switch to a business profile. You can then connect that page to your Facebook business page. So if you do have a Facebook account and Facebook business page already set up, the easiest way is to just log in with Facebook. It's super quick and easy to do. If you don't have that, I'll show you how you can set up with a mobile number or email. So of course, we'll just have to enter either a phone number or email here. You can then enter your full name. I'm just going to do a test here because I will be deleting this account after. And then you'll be able to select a username here. So that looks fine. A quick tip when you are selecting your username, you do want to make sure that it does identify you as a realtor, and make sure that it's also consistent with your brand, and if possible, make it consistent with your other social media channels. That's just will make your marketing material a lot easier, as well as people will be able to find you easier on all platforms. You can then just create a password and click sign up. All right, so once we have that created, I'm just going to go on to the profile. So here's our basic profile. All we really have is our name and our username. Once that's created, we're ready to actually edit our profile. So on your desktop, you just click Edit Profile here. It'll be very similar on the app on your phone as well. So we can add a profile picture here. So I'd recommend doing either a professional headshot or a logo. Again, you just want to keep it consistent with your other social media pages. So if you have a headshot that you use for Facebook and Twitter, I'd recommend using the same one here. And you also want to keep in mind that people won't just see your picture on your profile here. It actually also appears in searches. So if somebody searches for you, or if you're commenting on posts, your little picture will pop up next to your comment as well. So just make sure that it's a picture that you're happy with, because people will be seeing it. All right, and then you're going to want to enter your website here as well. Definitely recommend doing that. And then we're going to fill out a bio. Keep in mind the bio, it's maximum 150 words. You can really be as creative or as straightforward as you like with it, but of course keep it professional, and again you want to make sure that it aligns with your brands and similar to your other social media accounts. You'll then find your email there. You can enter a phone number if you like. This information here on a regular account is shown as private. Once we switch the account over to a business profile, we'll be able to fill in the public business contact information. So don't worry about that for right now. If you want to select your gender, feel free. If not, totally fine. And then we're just going to click submit at the bottom here. Perfect, and you'll see a little pop-up down here where it says profile saved, so we know that all of our information was saved. On this page, you'll also see a few different things here. This is basically just for account setup, so if you want to change your password, anything like that. Aside from that, don't need to worry about that. So we'll see our bio popped up here, our website popped up there, our photo, even though you can't really tell with that picture that I used. So that's everything there. So that's basically all you have to do in order to set up an Instagram account. It's super easy. The next step that I'm going to show you is how to actually switch the account to a business profile. So once you have your account set up, so you can't see it on a desktop computer, unfortunately, but I do have a couple screenshots here that I'll show you what it'll look like on your phone. So once you're ready to switch to your business profile, you'll need to go onto your profile on your phone, and then on the top right-hand corner of the page, you'll see it'll look like a little gear icon if you're on an iPhone. If you're on an Android, it'll be 3 little dots. So you'll just need to click there and scroll down to where it says switch to business profile. Just a quick tip here as well, you do want to make sure that your profile is set to public. If it is set to private, you won't be able to switch over. So just make sure that it's set to public before. And then you'll just want to tap on Switch to Business Profile. You'll then have this little Instagram for Business page pop up, and it'll ask you to continue with your Facebook account. So just hit Continue with Facebook. From there, you'll be asked to connect to your Facebook business page. So you should see your Facebook page pop up here, and you should be able to tap on that. Once you've done that, you'll just need to finish setting up your business contact information, so your email, your phone, and address. Once you've filled all of that in, you just need to click Done, and that's basically all you need to do. You'll see your account switched over to a business profile. It'll look a little bit different than your regular account, and that's really all there is to it. Super simple. All right, so now that we've switched over to a business profile, we're going to go over a few tips to keep in mind to really up your Instagram game. So a few do's and don'ts. Okay, so the do's and don'ts of posting to Instagram. So you do want to let your friends and family know about your new account. So if you send out a quick post on Facebook and Twitter and other channels, just letting people know to check out the new page and give you a follow. However, you don't want to spam people with many requests to follow your account, or even worse, you don't want to buy followers. So though it may be a little bit tempting to buy followers or likes, or use things like Instagram bots, it's definitely not worth it. They're really obvious, and it definitely won't benefit you in the long run. Remember that you should be using Instagram to gain useful leads and referrals, not just to become Insta-famous. So you also do want to make sure that you follow relevant accounts. You don't, however, want to follow more people than follow you. So you should be kind of keeping to a ratio of that you're following about half of the number of people that are following you. So following others, it does give you a bit more exposure, so to kind of get yourself out there. But if you do find your following number getting a little too high, you can always go through and unfollow some accounts that you're not really active with. You do also want to make sure that you're posting photos and videos that you actually took. So don't just post stock photos. If you are going to post some stock photos from time to time, make sure that you're finding photos that you actually are allowed to post and that are royalty-free. But also keep in mind, this doesn't mean that you should be posting things like selfies or unprofessional photos all the time. Keep those for a personal account and preferably a private Instagram account. You do want to show off your personality from time to time. People not only want to see properties that you've listed or you've sold, they also want to get to know you as a person. However, you don't want to post only non-real estate related content. Remember that it is a real estate business account. So again, if you find yourself posting just a bunch of selfies or just personal photos, maybe switch that over to a personal private account. You do want to make sure that you're engaging with others on Instagram. So things like responding to comments, and also make sure that you're responding within a timely manner. And also like and comment other people's posts. That'll definitely get you out there a bit more and show appreciation for your colleagues. However, you don't want to spam other accounts. So don't go liking and commenting on every single post. While it's good to comment on some things, you don't want to seem too spammy or anything like that. You do, of course, want to utilize tools and resources to edit your photos. Remember that Instagram is a visual platform, so you do want to make sure that your posts are visually appealing, and there are a lot of great tools out there that can help you achieve that. However, you don't want to go overboard with it. For example, you don't want to edit listing photos to the point that they're unrecognizable. Hopefully you guys can all tell the difference of the do's and don'ts within this photo here. So don't go too crazy with it, especially with listing photos you don't really need to edit. You do also want to make sure that you're using relevant and useful hashtags. So if you learn how to use these properly, they can benefit you a lot. But you don't want to post a ton of hashtags or post irrelevant hashtags. So while you might get more likes or followers from certain hashtags, they won't necessarily be the right followers for you. And you also want to keep in mind that you don't use just a hashtag as a caption for a post. So instead, a good thing to do is to try using a call to action in your caption. So for example, asking a question or having a caption something like double tap if you agree with this, like this photo, so on. That'll get people to engage more with your posts instead of just looking spammy and having a million hashtags in your caption. You do also want to make sure that you find a posting schedule that works for you. So planning and creating your posts in advance, that'll really save you time and also ensure that you're maintaining a high quality standard with your posts. And you don't want to be posting too frequently, but also not too infrequently. So finding a good balance that works for you. It's really about trial and error to kind of find out what works best for you and your followers. And that's the great thing about having a business Instagram account, is that you do have access to tools that will help you with this. So within a business account, you do have access to Instagram Insights. So that'll give you an idea of when you're getting the most likes, when your account is doing the best, what posts are doing the best. So those are all things that you can keep in mind in creating a posting schedule for yourself. All right, so I'm going to move in now to a few different tools and resources. I'm going to show you a few different tools and resources that you can use for your Instagram posts and to really up your Instagram game a little bit. And just a quick tip before I jump into these tools is to keep in mind that Instagram does have really great editing tools within the app itself. So it's not totally necessary to use outside tools, but there are some really great ones out there if you're interested. So this first tool that I'm going to show you is in regards to editing photos. So this is Canva, so canva.com. I'm sure you guys know them by now. We've mentioned them in a few different webinars before. They have really great social media templates and Instagram post specific ones as well. So you can do things like edit your photos, you can add text to photos or logos, create collages, and a lot more. And also the great thing about this is their templates are the exact size of Instagram posts. So you don't have to worry about having to crop things within the app. You can kind of get an idea of what it'll actually look like while you're creating it, and then it'll just be ready to post right away. So that's great. The next tool that I want to mention here is actually in regards to videos. So this one is called Capwing. It's really cool. It's kind of a mini version of iMovie, if you've ever used that before. So they have a number of different tools available, things like resizing a video, if you want to add text to a video. They even have a meme maker. So if you want to have a few fun different things on your Instagram account, this is a great thing to check out. Or if you want to also use it for like listing videos, that's great to do as well. And this one is a free tool. You do only have to pay a small fee if you want their watermark removed. So you can see what it looks like here. It's quite small, so it's not a huge deal. But if you want to pay to remove that, totally up to you. But here's a few different features that they have. So again, if you just want something different to add to your account, I definitely recommend checking out this tool. The next resource that I wanted to mention here is in regards to scheduling. So this one is called Later, and it is available on desktop and a mobile app version as well. So this allows you to schedule posts in advance, and it'll actually post things automatically on behalf for you. And that is only the case if you have a business profile. So that's why we definitely recommend having a business profile. If you have just a regular Instagram account, third-party apps are not able to post for you, but with a business account you can. So again, as I mentioned, definitely recommend kind of creating a week's worth of posts in one day. It'll save you a lot of time and energy, and again, the quality of your posts will be a lot higher. And this one, they do have a few different pricing options available, but the free version is really great. It offers up to 30 posts a month that you can do for free, so that seems like a pretty good deal. Definitely recommend checking out this tool as well. The next tool that I wanted to mention here is in regards to hashtags. So as I mentioned before, if you know how to use hashtags properly, they can really benefit your account to kind of give you more exposure, grow your followers, that sort of thing. So this tool is called Display Purposes, and it's actually like a hashtag search feature. So if you search for a term or word, it'll give you some of the most popular hashtags to use. You can even copy and paste directly from here into your Instagram account. So if you're kind of stuck on different hashtags to use, you can type in here and you can get a kind of an idea of things to post. So I definitely recommend checking out that. They do also have a map feature, which is pretty cool. So if you zoom into a certain area, let's go up here, you can see what hashtags are popular in a specific area, which is pretty cool. So if you're in like a certain area of Vancouver, let's say, you can see what hashtags are popular in that area. And then maybe if you're posting from within that area, or if you have a listing in a certain area, you might want to throw in a couple of these specific hashtags and see if that kind of helps your post get more exposure. Again, it's really about trial and error, but this is definitely a good thing to try out. And especially if you're just kind of unsure what type of hashtags to post, this is just a fun way to get some ideas. Right, and the final tool that I wanted to mention here, this is kind of a little bonus all-in-one tool. So basically, all the tools that I just showed you combined into one. And the best thing about it too is that it's free, which is awesome. So this app has a ton of features. You do need to download the app, not just the computer version here, so just on the App Store or Google Play. They have a ton of features. It offers scheduling, editing tools, hashtag tools, as well as analytics as well. So take a look in here. So you can schedule unlimited posts. I don't believe that it posts on your behalf, but it will give you a notification once it's time for you to post. So that just takes a couple of seconds to do. You can repost people's photos, as we mentioned before. Editing tools, so if you're looking for some new filters or themes. Hashtag tools again, so similar to the other tool that I just showed you, if you want to find some other hashtags to use. And then analytics as well. So this is kind of similar to what Instagram Insights will have available, but if you want to do it all kind of from within one app, this is a great one to check out as well. And again, this one's totally free, which is great. So definitely recommend checking that out. It's called Preview. You can find it in your App Store as well. All right, so that's actually all of the tools and resources that I wanted to show you today for Instagram. We will be including links to all of these in our webinar recap email, so don't worry if you didn't write all of this down. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in for today's webinar. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email just at support@sutton.com, or if you have any suggestions for upcoming webinars, things that you'd like to see. We do kind of have the next webinar planned out already. We're hoping to do a part 2 of Instagram, so a bit more, this one was a bit more of the basics of Instagram, and we're going to dive more into kind of how you can optimize your account and generate leads and referrals, all that kind of stuff within Instagram in the next webinar. So that'll be happening next month, so keep an eye out for that as well. Aside from that, thanks again so much for joining me today. Hope you guys all learned something here, and thanks again. Have a great day, everyone.